So next I'll be taking my 220 Sigma brush and blending my eyeshadow like this. Just kidding, this is not a Sigma brush, but I'm sure you must have heard a lot of influencers and YouTubers using these kind of brushes, and you must be getting confused whether to buy these brushes or invest in such expensive brushes. So in this video I'm going to give you a basic to advanced guide on which brushes you should own. So first point, do you need a lot of brushes for makeup? The answer will be no. When you're going to buy brushes, you should invest in brushes which are really necessary. And yes, you don't need a lot of brushes. You can always use your hands, you can always use your fingers, you can always use fingertips. So you don't need a lot of brushes. You just need makeup skills. Of course, brushes are important, but makeup skills are more important. Second point, do you need to buy expensive brushes? Or do you need to buy a set of brushes that is very expensive? The answer will be no. You just need to buy something that will suit your pocket, and you can always build your vanity one by one. So let's start with the basic brushes. In any makeup set, the fluffiest brush you will have will be a powder brush. This is the basic brush, so you'll have to have it. Next, this is foundation brush. This is a flat one. There are a lot of options in foundation brushes, like you get kabuki brushes and even you can get makeup sponges. You don't need to have brush. You can always use your hands for foundation. If you're going to do a makeup on your client, you should be using brushes or beauty blenders like this. Not all the people like your hands on their faces. Do you have to have beauty blenders? No. You can always use non-porous sponges like this. You can get it from any beauty shop. This is non-porous sponge. So use a beauty blender, foundation brush or non-porous sponge. The brush which is smaller than your powder brush will be your blusher brush. If you're using a powder blush, you'll have to have blusher brush. Next is color corrector. So for color correcting, you can always use your fingers. If you're going to use a brush for color correcting, you can use a fluffy brush like this one, or you can use a flat brush like this one. For highlighter, I would suggest that you use your fingers to highlight the face, or you can use a fan brush like this, or even you can use a fluffy small brush like this to highlight your face. You don't need to own any brush for highlighting your face. Basically, your fingers will do the magic. For eyeshadow, in a lot of brush kits, the eyeshadow brush would be like this one. If you don't want to blend eyeshadow or anything, if you're just going to apply basic eyeshadow, then this brush is fine. If you don't own this brush, you can always use your fingers on yourself. If you don't want to use your fingers, you can always use Q-tips. Next, this is the lipstick brush. If you're using it on client, you'll be needing this brush. Even you can use disposable brush for it. So next, powder puff. You must have seen those triangular powder puffs. You have to have it? No. You can make do with these powder puffs. They work the same. To contour your face, you will get a brush like this one. So these were the basic brushes. Let's move to the advanced brushes. That will be eyeshadow brushes. Also for your eyebrows, you will have to have this spoolie. To fill in your eyebrows, you will need an angular brush like this one. If you're going to use an eyebrow pencil for your eyebrows, you won't be needing this brush. This brush is multi-purpose. You can even use this brush on your lower lash line when you really want to have an eyeshadow very close to your lash line. The eyeshadow brushes basically depend on the size of your eye. So if you're buying the brushes for yourself, then you should consider the shape of your eye and how much space is there to apply your eyeshadow. So to blend the transition color, you'll need a fluffy brush like this one. And if your eye area is really small, you can use smaller brushes like this one. This one is also fluffy one, but this is smaller in size. So for your crease area, you can use a Q-tip, or you can use flat brushes like this one. But you will have to dip the brush vertically in your eyeshadow and you can apply it easily. You can again use this flat brush for your eyeshadow on the eyelid. Do you have to have this flat brush? So no, you can use your fingers, you can use Q-tips. To blend the eyeshadow on a smaller area, you should have a small blending brush like this one. The brushes with bristles which are sturdy and flat one, like these one, you can use to cut your crease. These are the pencil brushes. You use these pencil brushes to smudge the eyeshadow. If you don't own this pencil brush, you can always smudge the kohl or the eyeshadow with a Q-tip. Next are these eyeliner brushes. For eyeliner brush, I use brushes which are used for drawing pictures. You can use 0 number brush which is used for drawing. For eyeliner, you also get these angular brushes. When you really want that winged eyeliner, you can use these brushes. Even for liquid eyeliners, I don't use the brushes that come with the product as they are very thick. I use 0 number brushes which are used for drawing. You can always invest in these ones. These are very cheap. So the fluffy and blending brushes, you can own as many as you want. That's it for today's video. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.